Hey guys, Shock here, and today I'm going to be telling you how to make a Minecraft profile picture, with a render and background and everything. So first I'm going to open up your Photoshop. You also want to open up one of your Cinema 4D files. Just make a quick render. So open up Cinema 4D as well. I'm just gonna load up my light rigs and throw in a Steve rig. Now just gonna make this part really quick, and I'll be done with the render. Alright, so next, after we're done with our render, we're gonna, so here's the render I just did. As you can see there, I rendered one without the extruded hair, but and then I rendered one with extruded hair. I figured that the extruded hair one would look better. So next we're gonna open up our Photoshop. Let's type in our chords. Just have 800 by 800 resolution 72. I like that. Background contents are white because you're not going to have a translucent background profile picture. So next, what I usually like to do is drag a gradient. You can have, I have a lot of gradients here. I have a green, I have a bunch of different Adobe little gradients, and I like Photoshop the best, so just drag the gradient up. And then next you want to add your Starburst effect. So you can just get these brushes from really any website. If you just Google it, and I'll probably have a description, in the description I'll probably have one layer for the gradient, one layer for the textures that we're gonna add, and one layer for the Starburst effect. Now, next we need to add our textures, which is also a brush. And I usually like to do a little darker color, and just do it around the edges there. And make sure it's below the Starburst brush. So just add these as you go along. Really just add a bunch of random ones, and we'll add a big fat one right in the center. Oh, that's a paint splatter. You don't want that. Just do another one. Alright, now that looks good. So we are gonna make a new layer. We're gonna put our text. Not text, but we're gonna put our render right in here. Just make it really big and centered. That looks good. And then wait, I forgot something. So in case you want to have borders, you can always add borders. They look pretty good. Just get your rectangle tool out, draw your borders, just make them very thin. Actually, I don't really like this color. Choose a dark color. Just make the borders very thin. I used to do lots of big borders. And I personally don't like them that much now. Once you're done with your borders, you can just lower the opacity down. See what looks good. 31 looks good, so just enter all of them for 31 opacity. So 31, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Now you want to add your render. Open up your blending options by double clicking over here. You can add a bunch of different effects if you haven't ever checked this out, if you're new to Photoshop or anything. So we just want to add a drop shadow first. I personally like to do 125 degrees. Don't do that. Okay, just add a lot of size. Yeah, there we go. 5, 7, 18. Those are my settings. If you want to, you can add a stroke. If it looks good, if you think it looks good. It's your opinion, so you can choose whatever you think looks good. I'm not gonna add a stroke. Well, I might add a stroke. I don't know. It looks alright, but I'm not gonna add a stroke right now. I'm gonna put this over this, so it doesn't look too awkward too. And with that to center, and it's time for the text. So you can always just do some really cool text that you render in C4D. You can always just do that. I don't see anything wrong with that, but I used to do that. It looks alright. Something just seems wrong there. So we're gonna add text in Photoshop, and the keyboard shortcut is T. So we have a lot of fonts over here. I have a bunch of cool fonts. I'm just gonna choose something like Grilled Sandwich font. You can see how that works out. I also have a link below having a website where you can look up all the fonts that I got. I don't feel like this font right now. Let's search up another. Okay, we'll just use this. I guess. It's not much else about American Purpose. Looks alright, but we'll choose this one for now. You can either choose to put it in the middle or over here. A lot of people just put it down here. I'm gonna do that right now, and let's see how it goes. Next you want to add a black stroke, like always. If you add a white stroke, it just looks really weird, and any other color is just strange to me. So add maybe a 3 pixel stroke. That'll make it look pretty good. Next you want to add your inner shadow, inner glow, gradient overlay. You can choose what gradient you want for your text. This is a really old gradient. I'm not going to use that. I think I'll just go with orange. I have a lot of gradients already here. Alright, set it to 95%. The inner shadow will look really weird over here. It'll look really weird when it has a black shadow. So probably just add an orange shadow and it'll look much better. Much better. You can add your inner glow. It looks pretty good with yellow, and as you can see, it looks really great, really popping out when you add a lot of inner glow. So let's just see what this text looks like. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah. Color overlay, of course I'm not gonna do that. It even looks better when you use a color overlay. Okay. It looks more yellow when we put more inner glow because this is yellow. I change it a little bit more orange, and that looks good. So, I mean, that's basically it. Oh yeah, I forgot to drop shadow on this. Doesn't really make a difference, but yeah. And oh yeah, one more thing I keep forgetting. You can add flares and shine effects. So let me just add a flare really quick. Okay, let's add this flare. Let's size it right behind me. Throw it underneath and add a liner dodge. You can see it also adds a lot more textures, but it looks better with like behind him. Okay, that looks great. So hold on. You can still see the edges of the black lines. So. That looks pretty good, I guess. Yeah, the shine is right behind him. Okay, just fit it to size. And also, one little trick that sometimes makes your graphics look a little better. You can select your pen tool, make a new layer, of course, or that won't work. Select your pen tool, just drag around, do this, just a little shine to give it a little better look. So just circle around. Hold on, you might not have seen that. I'll redo it. So you just want to basically shape an ant trail. So you click here, and drag, and that little line shows you what the shine is gonna look like. I just like to do it like diagonally right across the screen, and you just connect it here, and up here you can click make selection, and don't mess around with these settings, and just click OK. Now you have an ant trail. Make sure your black and white gradient is selected. Drag up and do screen. Now it'll look really weird, but don't worry, because you can always change the opacity and just make it have a little low opacity. And you can also add a drop shadow if you want. Just don't make the distance and spread. Look, see that makes it look weird. So I'm just gonna go with a little lower. No, that does not look good. I'll do this. Yeah, that looks good. And we'll just make our selection once again. Drag gradient, do a screen, drag it down, do that, drop shadow, do 1 and 1, and it looks pretty good. Okay, so 1 1, and when you adjust your drop shadow on here, drop shadow actually goes here too. Well, I guess we won't be using a drop shadow on that because it adjusts the drop shadow on basically everything, so that doesn't look that good. And next we have another tip I'm gonna give you guys. This video is quite long because I have a lot of tips to give you. So this tip is gonna make your 3D text look, I mean not 3D, but your regular text look a lot better. So first you wanna get your Elliptical Marquee tool, press N, that's the keyboard shortcut. You can right click if you don't have that particular tool selected, and just click the Elliptical Marquee tool. Now get your background color to be white, and you just want to drag a circle, and this little preview thing will show you where the circle is going to be. And next you just want to fill the circle with the keyboard command Alt-Delete, and that'll fill the circle white. It'll look really weird, but for now we're not going to mess with that stuff. And then next you want to get your magic wand tool, and if you don't have that selected, just click your magic wand tool in that, and right click it, and then just click the magic wand tool. Let's make a new layer, and then we will select all of these faces of this text. So we'll start with this. We'll just click that. Okay, we need to take all the effects off, like right now, because Photoshop will not recognize the faces of the characters. So we'll just select them. And by the way, I'm holding shift. So you click this first one, you hold shift, you click the next one, you hold shift again. You just hold shift throughout the whole thing. Select all the faces of your letters. Now we can add back all our stuff. Okay. There you go. And then let's uncover this again, and then we'll click, select this layer where we had our white circle thingy oval, and then we'll click our mask tool. And as you can see, there is a white border thingy. We'll just lower the opacity, and then it'll look like there's a type of shine to it. And 40% looks pretty good actually, and it looks pretty completed. Let's see. Yeah, that 21% on the drop thingy, we'll just call it, shine. 21% looks good on the shine. It's very minimal, but it makes it look a lot better sometimes. So that's basically it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. This is Shock, signing out.